classes in order to peak their ability at the right times. So it's not like they're coming in here every single week and I'm trying to physically destroy them or haze them or PT them to death. But I want them to know they're going through a test. It has to feel like a test. It has to feel like something that's out of the ordinary from their regular training. And every week I'm doing the things that I do and having them train the way they are for very specific purposes. And my end goal is to get them to that final test as confident as possible. I want them going in, challenging themselves, but feeling ready, because ultimately when you go in with high confidence, that's when you perform the best. And my hope is that their memory of this whole process years from now is that final test could not have been any better. It was my best effort and there's nothing that I would change about it. That's only going to happen if they're prepared the right way. Gotta say, the one that looked the best on this drill was Ghost. Now Ghost doesn't make a lot of noise when he trains like some of the other candidates. He doesn't scream a lot. He does sweat, but that's the only real indication that he's having trouble typically. But even with this, he was passing people when running. He was voluntarily doing the jump squats at the end. And I think that he trains really hard here. He must be doing even more at home because he's proving that he's in really, really good shape. Towards the end, Mr. Angel started cramping up pretty bad.
Angel, rub it out. Rub it out, get up, go.
Ah! Yes, move it.
It's alright. You really want me to teach a tornado? So was that a good kick?
Still on.
Yeah, I know it's hard. That wasn't a good kick? You want me to do it again? You just walked in front of my video.
It sure did.
What
about a spin hook kick?
A spin hook kick. How do you do that one? Is that one? Is that you turn around? That's a spin what?
Hook kick?
Spin hook kick.
What's wrong here?
Not across the center line, sir. Knees are not.
At the very end of the session, I reported that there was one detail that I've not been pleased with. And as you may remember, in the first test, my problem with them is that on their knee techniques, they weren't raising their heel up. And in Muay Thai, that's what you do. You lift everything into the technique. And the heel has to leave the floor, but a lot of them were going flat-footed. Well, that's still going on today, and I'm frustrated. I am tired of making that correction.
Yes, sir.
8 weeks in. Okay, so my next week, you better pray I don't see that on the test.
Yes, sir.
That's not a threat. That's just me being frustrated, telling you I don't want to see that anymore. That's orange belt stuff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. This is not something that I should see from students that have been training as long as they have, at the level they are, going for the rank that they're going for. Okay, a little late in the game for this type of correction, but it needs to be done. Okay.
Sir.
It seems like a really small detail, and I guess in some respects it is, but I expect black belts to be detail driven. You have to be very detail oriented. Because every time you train, you have people watching you who are going to copy the details that they see. And if you're doing something wrong, they're going to do it wrong. But the difference is they don't know they're doing it wrong.
Well, first off, sir, was I don't know if you even want to answer this, but was I one of the people who was not picking up my heels?
No.
Okay, all right. Because if I was, then the comment would have been for myself also. But guys, I don't want to do this anymore.
No, sir.
Okay? So focus on it. Focus on it. Focus on it. Focus on it. Focus on it.
Heels up, guys. We have to get those heels up. And I honestly want to make that a motto of ours. I don't know if you guys think that's corny.
No.
But heels up. I mean, we come in here,
fact,
heels up.
A couple times when you said heels up, I was like, just popped back into my head a little bit. So let's let Mr. Angel be that person. Yeah. So we don't all just yell at every time. You just be the
I'll
heel
be the
guy.
heel guy. I'll be the heel guy. But seriously, guys, awesome job today, man. We went through a lot today. I know it's just gonna get we're gonna get pushed like this, maybe even more. But you know.
But I think the last month will be the most fun.
I hope to make it
like again, that's where I want to get it to where like these classes aren't like so. I mean, yeah, they're gonna be, but like I said, I don't want to gut. That's my big thing. I just don't want to have to gut through it. Sure. And even the last test is gonna be tough, but I want it to be like, okay, well, I'm not gonna be like laid up in bed for 3 days after the last test because physically my body's able to handle it at that point.
Sure.
Good job, everybody.
Yeah, good job, guys.
Week 94 here. Toughest class yet, but I think everybody's doing pretty awesome. That's it. Next week is another test. Hope everybody makes it. So, see you there.
Tough class today. It was fun though, but it was pretty tough, as you can see by the vein on the head. I think everybody's doing great. I think everybody's improving. I know I need to improve. I got my my list, so I've been practicing at home and here. So, look forward to the test next week.
All right, so last week when I walked out of here, or rather when I crawled out of here, it was the worst I had felt since this thing started. And doing what we did today, walking out of here today, this is the best I've felt since I've started. So, great improvement. Getting ready for the test next week. Ready to give it another try, get better, get ready for the third month, and finishing this thing off strong. So, good job, everybody.
I felt really good on my technique today. Master McShane didn't point out anything. I know there's obviously always improvement to be made. My feet really, really hurt. I don't want to stand anymore, so I'm probably just going to roll across the floor to get my shoes.
I don't really have much to say. I'm just looking forward to next week.
So today, it seemed like we ran about 10 miles inside the dojo. It was a good day. Again, Master McShane reminded us about our heels. We got to get our heels up. And last drill, mentally I think I was fine, but physically completely drained. I started cramping all over the place. Maybe it's my diet. Maybe I didn't eat enough bananas like I normally do. Maybe not enough water. I don't know, but I got to figure it out because I definitely don't want that to happen again. But I felt good on my form, technique stuff, self-defense. I felt okay. It was stuff, little things to work on, keeping my heels up, but just to get my conditioning to another level. So that's my next goal.
As I said, next week is the second test. This is another possibility for them to advance into the final month or to back out of testing. Everyone's looking pretty solid, but you never know what can happen testing day.
If they do not pass this second test, They're going to be running up and down that hill for the rest of their lives.
Massive pain! Woo! Dead up in here.
We're wasting time.